Welcome to Defense Spotlight. Today, we dive deep into the escalating tensions between India and Pakistan following the devastating Pahalgam attack. 1. Introduction. Relations between India and Pakistan have long been fraught with tension, primarily centered around the disputed Kashmir region. Despite numerous diplomatic efforts and ceasefire agreements, the two nuclear-armed neighbors remain locked in a cycle of hostility. The situation has recently escalated dramatically, following a deadly terrorist attack that reignited the flames of conflict and brought the two nations to the brink of a broader confrontation. 2. Background of the incident. On April 22, 2025, tragedy struck the scenic town of Pahalgam in Indian-administered Kashmir when a deadly terrorist attack claimed the lives of 26 Indian tourists. The Indian government quickly attributed the attack to extremist groups it alleges receive backing from Pakistan. This accusation, while denied by Islamabad, triggered nationwide outrage in India and overwhelming public pressure for a strong response. The gravity of the attack not only reignited old wounds but also intensified calls within India's political and military circles to dismantle terror networks across the border. The Pahalgam massacre became the flashpoint in what would soon escalate into a significant military confrontation. 3. India's Operation Sindoor. On May 7, 2025, in a bold and calculated move, the Indian Air Force launched Operation Sindoor. The operation involved a coordinated series of airstrikes targeting 9 suspected terrorist infrastructure sites deep inside Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. According to Indian military intelligence, these facilities were directly linked to the planning and execution of the Pahalgam attack. The strikes aimed to neutralize leadership, communication hubs, and weapons storage centers used by these groups. Pakistan, however, reported significant losses, including 26 deaths and 46 injuries, many of whom were civilians. According to local authorities, this has sparked further outrage and intensified diplomatic tensions between the two nations. Along the line of control, artillery exchanges became more frequent and deadly, as both sides moved reinforcements closer to the border. 4. Pakistan's response. In response to Operation Sindoor, Pakistan claimed to have retaliated with force. The Pakistan Air Force stated that it had shot down 5 Indian aircraft using advanced Place-15E air-to-air missiles launched from their newly upgraded JF-17 Block III fighter jets. Among the aircraft reportedly downed were a MiG-29, a Rafale, and a Su-30 Mki. However, India's Air Force only confirmed the loss of 3 aircraft, a MiG-29 and 2 Rafale fighters. These conflicting reports added to the fog of war, with both countries sticking to their narratives amidst a flood of nationalistic sentiment. Meanwhile, the line of control witnessed escalating artillery duels, causing additional civilian casualties and displacing several hundred families living near the contested border zones. 5. Role of the Place-15E missiles. A key element in Pakistan's counterattack was the deployment of the Place-15E missile system, a cutting-edge, long-range air-to-air missile supplied by China. The Place-15E features active radar guidance and boasts a range exceeding 200 kilometers, making it a formidable weapon in modern aerial warfare. Its successful use in the conflict marks a significant leap in Pakistan's air-to-air combat capabilities, potentially narrowing the technological gap with India. The introduction of this missile system may signal a strategic shift in the regional balance of power, especially with growing military cooperation between Islamabad and Beijing. 6. International reactions and consequences. The international community responded with grave concern. Nations including China and the United Kingdom, along with the United Nations, issued calls for restraint and dialogue. The fear of further escalation between two nuclear-armed states prompted urgent diplomatic efforts behind the scenes. Civil aviation was severely affected, with numerous international flights cancelled or rerouted due to increased airspace restrictions in the region. Regional trade and tourism took a hit, and investors grew wary of the growing instability. Observers worry that continued aggression could spiral into a broader war, destabilizing not only South Asia but also global security interests. 7. Conclusion. The current standoff between India and Pakistan serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace in South Asia. With deep-rooted mistrust, competing narratives, and nuclear capabilities on both sides, The stakes could not be higher. The world watches anxiously as diplomacy struggles to keep pace with rising tensions. For the sake of millions living under the shadow of this conflict, a return to dialogue and restraint is not just necessary, it is urgent. Thank you for watching Defense Spotlight. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Your support motivates us to bring you more deep-dive military insights and global conflict analysis. Stay sharp, and see you in the next video.